Welcome to the Kindred Essence Tarot, which is pick a card readings on subjects like astrology, karma, aliens, cats, trauma, narcissist abuse healing, emotional healing, past lives, and many other subjects. This reading is on the Pisces new moon, which is happening this month. So pick one of the three piles. We've got the red flashlight pile, we've got the green flashlight pile, and then we've also got the clear, I believe it's a quartz crystal right here for the third pile. So take a look at these three piles, see which one resonates for the Pisces new moon, which is happening this month, for like predictions or energies or whatever else wants to come up. And let's see what we get for pile number one. So hello, pile number one, the red flashlight pile. Let's see what energies we get for the Pisces new moon, predictions, whatever else the cards wish to say. So let's see, we've got the star in reverse, the two of cups upright, the two interesting, two minor arcana so far. Let's see what else we have. Let's make sure I have all these in the frame when I put them out, just so you can see them. I'll try and straighten them up and make them all face the right direction. Alright, we've got the sun in reverse. Interesting. The sun in reverse and the three of cups. Interesting. So the three of cups seem to be the ultimate conclusion. So my first thought from the star in reverse is a feeling that you've had is that the star, that you will never access the sense of hope, and you will never feel like you are in the sun again. And this may be a feeling that you felt. I heard for some people it's the last 3 weeks, some the last 3 months, and some the last 3 years. I don't know why I'm getting the number three, but it could be a different period of time. But I keep on getting the number three for some people, that the number three could be significant. And it's just a general feeling of hopelessness that I think is going to lift with you, because here we see this person is in limbo. So it's a state of limbo, the two of swords. Like the person doesn't know, they don't know if they're ever going to move out of this state, right? You see their eyes are blindfolded, but you also see that there's the water behind them. So so it's like the emotional state. And I hear for that, for some people, don't be afraid to access your emotions. Don't feel, and I see a picture of the moon card showing up. Like some of you may be afraid to access your emotions, but I hear for some that this new moon is going to force some of you to snap out of this and move into a better direction. And I'm seeing in my mind's eye, like just going it down a different path. And I see it will be surprising how it happens, because for some it will be precipitated from the outside, like somebody entering your life. I see either a friend, or I'm hearing something, different things. I'm hearing it could be a person, it could be a new romantic partner, but I'm also seeing you're going to run into somebody. It ranges from, a long-term romantic relationship starting to meeting somebody like sort of almost a spirit guide on the street who's just sort of popped into this reality, who may seem to be in the form of a homeless person. That's interesting. Like it's like, because a lot of times homeless people, they're actually like, people have some interesting theories about, so it's not all right, because a lot, it's a big, it's a big problem that needs to be corrected. But sometimes homeless people are, they may, like someone who slipped in and out of this reality, like for some. But it's sort of like, or some sort of chance encounter. I hear also in the grocery store, something that will sort of change the trajectory of your life. But it could either be someone that you meet, who you're a friend, like something that goes for a long time, possibly even for this entire life. There's someone that you just meet and it's just like a 10-minute conversation. That's interesting. I get something from a long time to just a short conversation. And So I hear that something about that will snap you out of the state and will create a different mindset for you. Because I hear the sense of you're feeling, will I ever find hope? We've got the starward card reversed, we've got the sun reversed, and it's very much the sense of you're just in this state of sort of not really exactly wanting to be around people, but it's kind of like the state you want to be around people again. You want to have that sort of connection. I'm hearing something's going to snap you out of that into a different mindset. But whether and then we've got, so yeah, the Three of Cups at the end, which is interesting. So it's kind of like I hear that a lot of you want to feel like the Three of Cups again. You want to feel like you can connect to people again. And I'm hearing, how does this happen? So transition, I'm getting. So this is actually the Devil card. So this is the energies that I've been getting. Transition. This is, or not the Devil card. What am I talking about? Um, or maybe that is true. Maybe it is. Yeah, I just said the Devil card. So, and that card is true too. So it's sort of like the Devil that just popped out in my mind. It must be for a reason. But the Devil card is sort of like you feel kind of trapped, right? You know, the Devil card, the person feels enchained. So it's sort of like you're getting out of that energy of being chained. But also for the transition, this is actually, like, I use two different decks, and this is the Death card as well too, which is actually a very positive card, and it is called Transition, which is in this deck. So it's sort of like you're going on a transition, and I hear that a person will change this, or just a sort of chance encounter will change your trajectory. I hear going into a different trajectory, another timeline, if you will. But it's sort of like it will sort of snap you in quickly in ways that you can't imagine, I hear. So transition, or could mean the death to something old. When you think about it, that's got both the same, energy, transition, death, in a good way, going in a different direction. And I hear, what else do we have here? We've got the Three of Swords in the heart. So it's sort of like you're finally ready to snap out of this energy and move forward, like the Three of Swords in your heart. And somehow this new moon in Pisces will help you access the emotions that will allow you to do that. Like, it's sort of like, you need to access. That's what I hear. Because the court, or the cards, the tarot cards, they often have a lot of water in them, symbolizing the importance of accessing your emotion to really, get to the core of an issue. Like you've got here, she doesn't know what's happening. She's holding the Two of Swords. She's in this sort of balanced state, which is not exactly always comfortable, but she needs to go into the emotions. And that's significant because it's the Pisces, which is an emotional, you know, um, energy. So it's like interesting. And then I'm hearing again for this card, it's the Five of Pentacles, and I'm hearing the blindfold will come off. You will see things in all elements of your life, how they really are, and you will be able to move forward from that place. And then 1, 2, 3. I got 6 on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7 of Cups. So you will be able to make decisions. Like this very much, this card, which is in the center of this read, it's about not really being able to make decisions. And I hear you will be able to make decisions because of some emotional shift that's going on within yourself. Will shift very quickly, and then you'll be able to you'll have this clarity, because I feel that maybe this is something you've dealt with in the last 3 years, 3 months, or I don't know. I keep on getting 3, but it could be different periods of time. But it might even be for some. It's something you've dealt with your entire life. But I hear that's only for some. But it's like an issue with clarity. There's just almost this muddiness about not over. Okay, what I'm getting is never ever fully. And I hear, yeah, it's very important that I talk this card for the people that are lifers for this energy of not really knowing which cup to pick, never being totally sure about something. I hear, and that's something. And I hear for some, like, it's a different energy. Like for some, this has been for your, and I hear if this has been an energy that's been with you your whole entire life, of never just knowing the clarity of what something is and what to move forward and what you really want in your life. I hear this change will be particularly significant for you, the people who really resonate with this card, looking at the cups, never knowing what's fully right for you. So I hear you will really snap out of this energy and know what is good for you. I also heard 4 from the top from this deck, and I hear constantly maintain alertness in walking, sitting, eating, and sleeping. So create sort of an alert state. And I hear that it's kind of like this haze you're going out of. Alertness also serves your intuitive voice by keeping you focused and receptive. So I see you just this cloud leaving the blindfold. We've got two blindfolds here, right? And you see the little cherubim or whatever little child is pulling the blindfold away right here. So it's sort of like you're going to have this clarity and be able to move forward in a way. And yeah, I'm hearing if this energy has been with you your entire life, the significant will be the most significant. And I'm here, some of you have felt that the last 3 years, and that will leave too, but it will be most significant for the people who've had that energy your entire life. So alertness, clarity. I keep on hearing the word. I see the word clarity about choices and about what you want, what energies you want, what you don't want in your life. And I see this neon sign, like a clarity. And I see this what do you call it? Like, I'm seeing, I see it in the air, right? I see things in the air, and it's like this blinking around it, and yeah, and then let's see what other card I get. Face your shadow. So I hear that some of you may be afraid to go into the emotions behind this person, but I hear it's not that scary, and you will be able to do it easily. And what else do I get? And I hear this may only resonate for some. Four from the bottom, the Gypsy Hierarchical, but hope. Yeah. So like I was saying before, like you see this person, they don't look like they're in a very good state here, right? You see, but the star, and I keep on, because the star is very much about hope and feeling connected to the universe. So I hear you regaining that again, by some energy is snapping, and it hasn't been because we're moving into very, in my opinion, higher densities, dimensional densities. So it's not hasn't been easy for a lot of us, but I hear the payoff and the reward is worth it, because it's like I see this image of a sliver coming to the surface, and it's kind of, I feel the pain, when you get a sliver, and it's just, and we're moving out of that energy, but it's like, it's kind of unpleasant for a lot of us to feel all those feelings, but I hear the payoff and the reward will be worth it, and you will regain hope, right? That's what I hear. Hope, regain hope with, I'm going to place that in front of on top of the star card, because that kind of goes with the hope that the star card has. So yeah, that's what I want to end this reading on, is the energy of hope. So that's what I get. That's all I get for pile number 1 for the new moon. I hope that was helpful to you. Now it is time for pile number 2. Hello, pile number 2. Um, we've got the, let me just put away these cards so we can get your reading done. So, hello, pile number 2, the green flashlight pile. This is about the new moon in Pisces and what the predictions and energies are for you. So now let's see what we have. We've got the green flashlight pile. Let's see what cards we have for you, pile 2. We've got the Three of Swords. We've got the sometimes this pops up, but we'll work with it. We've got the Trumpet right there. We've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The Six of Pentacles upright, and the High Priestess. So the first thing I get from this is that the new moon is clarifying for you with the Trumpet who you want to give your energy to. Because you felt, we've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, you haven't always known that, and there was this sort of like this, it's like I feel like you're a giving person with the Queen of Pentacles, but it's like you haven't known who to give the energy to, and you've gone within to figure that out. And I see this image of you almost creating this energy field. I get that with the Trumpet. You're kind of like creating this energy, this new energy field, where you only want certain energies and people in your life, because I hear that you've given to the wrong people, and I hear there may have been a strong sense of codependence with that, and you've given to the wrong people, and you haven't had that much clarity with other people, and it's caused you a lot of heartbreak, like this sense of just not being clear with other people. And I hear that to move beyond this heartbreak, you need to give yourself a healing green energy. So this pile requires sort of like a healing green energy. So think of a green shade, surrounding yourself with that green shade. And it's like, I hear the high priestess, I hear that you've gone within, it's reversed. So you've gone within and you've done a lot of contemplation about who you want to give to in your life, because I hear that you've given to people who haven't given back, or just, I also hear the word codependency, very unhealthy codependent um, dynamics, and you've gone within. And I hear that after you've gone within, you've sort of sounded the alarm either outward or to yourself about what you want. It could have been you've spoken outward, but it could have been you just created this energy of field of I'm very clear about what I want, what I don't. And I hear this here word adamancy. You're very adamant now about what that is, and you're wondering, okay, well, how is this going to play out? How is this going to play out in my life? Like, um, how is this exactly? Will I attract the right people? Am I capable of attracting the right people into my life? With this new, will I have people in my life that actually, I hear, will I actually have people in my life who want me for me and truly want the real me? And I hear, yes, you absolutely can. But let's see. So that's what I hear with the new moon, releasing that energy of insecurity, your clarity about who you want in your life to be ever stronger. But I'm hearing, how can you truly have people in your life that appreciate you? That, okay, one, two, three, I got five from the bottom. I get five. Okay, the Hierophant. And I hear, it's interesting because you've got the High Priestess. And I hear, for that, I hear kind of go further within to go without. So this is sort of a teacher card. This is going in. They're very similar but different because they're kind of learning something card, but this one she's very esoteric. So I hear her kind of combine esoteric with a structure reality and move forward in that way, like giving a sense of structure to this newfound energy that you have, like giving a structure to it. And I hear sticking to your guns about what you want in your life. Knight of Swords, and I hear you may feel this way, Knight of Swords, like fighting people, and I hear in a lot of cases it's not worth it. I hear instead of fighting them, you just need to cut them out of your life. Like that would be more of a beneficial thing to do. But there's, he's a kind of an angry card. He moves forward with a lot of anger. So it's like you kind of feel this way, or maybe some people feel that way around you because you're not being what they want anymore. Like I hear there's a lot of people you've tended to. I get kind of Earth Angel vibes, maybe ET vibes, ET person, star person vibe, but kind of more Earth Angel vibes or Palladian vibes, right? And you attract these people, and they're maybe some of them aren't happy. I hear that you have tendency to attract people that aren't always your equal, that need help all the time, like people. They attract people that you have to give to constantly, and I hear that you're kind of tired of that. So that here for the new moon is it sort of like you want to give that healing energy to yourself and help people from a new perspective, and perhaps even have people in your life that help you, I hear, instead of it always being one-way street. That may be more uncomfortable for you than you think. You may have a difficulty allowing people into your life that actually, and it sounds funny because it's like you think, oh, maybe that's what you want, but I hear that sometimes it's hard to change patterns for this. But you will able to set the intention. You will be able to do this. You will be able to set. But sometimes we say that we want something. We put the intentions, like we want good people in our life. We want, a healthy, relationships and friendships and whatnot. But it's like, can we really handle it? Can we really have that in our life? And I hear that that's a question that you need to ponder. Is so that's what I get. You went within, but I hear you need to go a little bit further within. I hear with the Hierophant, like I hear this High Priestess being coming the Hierophant, and it's sort of like ask yourself, are you really ready to receive all that you want? Like, can you really become used to good in your life? And it sounds funny, but it's like sometimes we have to recalibrate ourselves, and like to actually accept good into our life. So that's what I hear. Like, I hear that you may have more difficulty accepting good into your life than you really think. You may think that you're ready to accept good, but you may need to do a little bit, may need to go a little bit. So that's what I hear is that the new moon is go within a little bit farther, create new patterns until you're truly comfortable receiving and having good people, good energies into your life. Because I hear there's some sort of block, I heard in your sacral chakra, one of your chakras, and you'll be able to detect the energy since you have, earth angel energy. You'll be able to detect the energy, but there may be a part of you that just almost, I hear, repels good things even though you don't want to. So reflect on that. I hope that doesn't sound, insulting in any way, but it's just sort of like an energy work of you need to clean something. And I hear it's not an arduous process at all. You just need to go a little bit further. It shouldn't be arduous at all. Just clean out the energy and allow, and you'll see it in the form of colors or some sort of conceptualization. But you'll know when the shift is taking place. This my words will trigger you even, and you'll be able to, go further into this energy, and then. But I hear, yeah, like when you go a little bit further to this energy, I hear you got 50% of this energy. You have an awareness of what needs to shift, but you just need to go a little bit further. This new moon in Pisces will help you go a little bit further into this emotional energy and shift it. And I hear intend that you shift it quickly, and I hear your intention. I hear this being highlighted. Your intention is more powerful than you think. Own this energy of intention. Your intention, you can create whatever you want in the world, and I hear this energy is what you really need to do is step into your power. And you need to know over the new moon period in February, you need to really figure out how to do this, and you need to know how to do this. And I hear this energy of you calling back your power and doing this with power. I hear whatever that looks to you, going a little further into the energy, like I said, and calling it back with power. I hear with the trumpet, and maybe an energy of the trumpet. Maybe you need to harness the good energy of the King of Swords, because he can be kind of feisty and argumentative, which could be good in some contexts. But I hear his power and speed. Right, if you look at him, he's moving forward with, he looks with power and speed. You see the horse is looking a little nervous right there. It's like, because he's moving forward with, if you look closely, right, the horse is looking a little moved, but he's definitely moving forward with power and speed. So I see that you can access that energy within yourself. Just go a little bit further, and I hear you can access that energy within yourself. Now let's see if there's any other. Okay, I'm getting the wisdom deck right here. I'm not even sure what the deck is called, but I use it a lot because it's got lots of. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Let's see what cards we pull for that. Okay. Interesting. So we've got 4 cards here. Interesting. Okay. We've got detach from drama in reverse. And I hear that you already do this. You already do this a little bit, but it's like do it a little bit more. I hear, and sort of, I hear cords need to be cut, and this guy would be excellent at cord cutting because he's got a sword, and he's got that sword, he's got that power. But cord cutting, and then figuring out what's behind the cord too, because we can't. A lot of people think, oh, just cut the cords, and but the problem is sometimes we don't do that fully. We need to figure out what was behind the cord in the first place, and then they can return, right? The cord can return. But I hear, cut the cords, take the energy of him, his power, this Knight of Swords, which I do like this card in the right context. He can be very powerful, moving. The knights are about moving forward. So I hear detach from drama, which I hear that you've done already to some extent, but I hear you'll know what that means. I hear that can mean about 8 to 9 different things, but I hear I don't really need to elaborate on it. You'll know what detach from drama will mean in the context of your own particular life and situation. And then I've got nurture yourself first. So yeah, going within, going a little bit further within, like I said, beginning to exploring a little bit more, and this new moon period will help you here live life to the fullest from a new way than you ever have before. So that's what I hear. You will be able to live life from a new place that you ever have before. And I keep on saying, consider how other people can help you. Because I hear it, because you're always helping other people. But I say, I hear it, consider the way that you can, or I hear again, yeah, like consider how the universe, other people want to help you. That there's people in life, and it may be hard because I heard you've attracted a different sort of people, but I hear, consider what it would feel like to have equal people in your life who don't always want something from you and who genuinely are happy to help you. Because my sense is you haven't always attracted such people in your life. You give me a sort of an earth angel vibe, and they tend to, or Palladian, or some other stuff of, there's certain star seeds that have, there's different types of star seeds that have an energy of love in them, and they don't always attract the best people, to say the least. So I said, consider what it would be like to have other, and there are different people, and I hear there's a quote that I like, I hear it popping into my head. There's as many different minds as there is different faces, and I said, I see that there might be some cynicalness about human beings, and I heard that there's many different humans, many different males, I hear, many different females, all different types of people. I hear even, like I'm supposed to say that, okay, look at how different everything is. Like, people are not all the same. I hear people are not, they're very different. There's different types of people, a lot, they're different. And I hear that, yeah, this pile is about snapping out of the traditional people that you attract into your life. That's a big component of this energy, is snapping out of your usual type in various regards. Even I hear it could be even being work too, like you're a different type of workplace, different kind of friendship, different type of social circle is what I hear. So yeah, and I keep on hearing them say, like, consider what it's like if the universe freely and constantly gave to you, and there were people in your life that were of a different caliber, that you didn't have to help all the time, but perhaps there would be people in your life that, and I'm hearing you think, oh, that's a very strange thought. Why would somebody want to help me? But I hear that no, there are many people that would wish to help you, and that would be very pleasing to them to help you. And I hear you haven't maybe located these people, but when you create this energy of this field, you'll create almost, and I hear it's not going to be comfortable for you to have these people necessarily, unless you go within a little bit and then create a different energy field, because you almost have to, and you'll see it conceptualize in your energy field, because you're attuned to your energy, or you can be, and you'll see it, what the energy field is this will trigger your knowing of this, and you'll be able to change it with this kind of healing green energy, or other colors adhere to other. You may want to work with color energy, but you'll know how to do that. I hear you're a fast learner, and you'll and spiritual matters, spiritual matters, so you'll be able to do that. So I hear any other messages. You need to think free to be free. I'm not sure what that means, but yeah, you need to think free to be free. And I also heard the path is not as circular as you think. You may have felt that you're going in the same direction over and over, but I'm hearing it's not as circular as you think. You've been moving forward, even though you haven't felt like you have at times. You have been moving forward, even though you haven't felt so at times. And I heard another thing. Call on the energies of Jesus, or Jesus like, not necessarily Jesus, but Jesus like higher spiritual entities a bit more. So call on, they could be there's various sorts. I hear there's thousands of them, but you can call on the energies of higher minded beings. I hear at more times, and that will help you gain hope and move forward on this journey that you're on. All right, that's all we get for pile number 2. And yeah, we've got there we go. Now it is time for pile number 3. Hello, pile number 3. I'm just going to take a drink of water before I look at your cards. There we go. All right, pile 3. I just need to drink some water. So we've got the clear, I think this is quartz. It's a very nice, one of my crystals I found. I've got some a collection of crystals. Not that many, not as many as some people have, but I do have some crystals. So that's what I got for pile 3. The crystal should align with that. So let's see what energies we get for interesting. That's really interesting because we've got 2 kings in this and of the same deck. Like I combined 2 different. Oh wow! And then we've got 2 pentacles together. We've got Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, King of Cups, and the Moon. Interesting. The Moon, interesting, and that's very interesting because this is a new moon reading. So that's very interesting that it's at the end of the deck. So that's let's see what we've got to see those 2 purple pentacles and then the 2. So let's see. I'm first drawn to the King of Cups, and it's interesting. So whether or not whatever sex you are, female or male, you have a very, I hear, a very commanding presence. And I hear that this commanding presence, you've gone through a shift from somebody who is very powerful outside to somebody very powerful inside. And I hear from that is that you're very much lately, and I hear it could be in the last, is a shift that's happened the last, like, it could be last couple years, last 6 months, last 4 months, last, I hear 15 months, last 20 months, but you very much shifted. It's almost like, I'm not saying you're a walk in, but it's almost like this new energy has walked into you and you're very much oriented to being a commander of energy. Like you can, that's what I'm seeing with this. It's like you're a commander of energy, and this is, and I hear this will serve you well. Let's see what else energy am I getting, and I'm hearing some of you are already feeling the effects of this new energy of commanding energy. But, and I hear that you have very, like, strong counterparts. Like, often we have different counterparts in the spiritual realm or even the alien realm, and you're really starting to tap into that energy. And I hear that you've switched from something that was almost worldly oriented to something with Ace of Pentacles to something that's more spiritual oriented. Not that you still, but it's like your priorities has very much shifted, and it's like you're kind of in this flux of, okay, what do I really want to ground into this reality? Because the Page of Pentacles, he's the beginning of the Pentacle suit, and it's interesting because we've got the Page of Pentacles. He's the beginning of the Pentacle suit in regards to the court cards, right? Because it goes Page, it goes Knight, it goes Queen, and then it goes King. So he's at the beginning. But it's interesting we've got the Ace of Pentacles too, and the aces are the beginnings as well of the minor arcana. So 2 sort of beginning energies, and this is reversed here. So it's sort of like you don't know how exactly to ground this energy, this newfound you, into this reality. And I hear in the new moon, you will be able to better understand. I hear you already sort of understand this, but you will better understand that kind of what your priorities are. You almost feel, because of the change you've gone through, you almost feel like, oh, you're in this new energy, and you're like, how do what I'm you almost feel like you're walking into a new reality, right? The Page of Pentacles, but you're thinking, okay, what do I ground in this reality? What do I really want in my life? I hear, and I hear almost, don't judge yourself. That's what I hear. I hear the words, don't judge yourself. Know that whatever, I hear, know that you can combine the physical and the spiritual material very easily. Like, you don't have to. I hear the Temperance card. Like, you um you almost like you can don't be afraid to combine. I see the Temperance card pop up. Like, you can combine these 2 realities. And I hear that some of you are afraid moving forward because you don't know if your family will come with you, or I hear in some cases like very good a partner, very good friends, and I hear you don't know if they're going to, because you can sense like you're very, like I say, you've got very mature spiritual energy, and you don't know who is going to come with you, and in some ways you feel very alone, because that's what can happen to people from other dimensions or with different counterparts from different dimensions. They can feel kind of alone with this reality, and I hear that some of you have some very very good people around you. So you're kind of like it may be, a good relationship, it may be, but they don't, sometimes they're not quite on your same page. And I hear, don't, if they're a good person, don't don't be at peace at wherever they're at on their journey, as long as they're good, they're genuinely good for you, and they're genuinely. But I hear some of you have some good people around you, and I hear, don't worry about their spiritual journey, worry about your own, and everything will work out. That's what I hear. And then also, with the moon, it's like I hear that you go, like, the moon, I'm hearing, interesting, you almost may feel connected to not only the moon but other planets. That's what I see from that. So you very feel connected to that. I see you almost having an otherworldly energy of being connected to those almost magical kingdoms that are not quite in this reality. And I hear because you have, some of you have counterparts. You may have counterparts in another world that you're constantly interconnecting with, whether you know this or not. But it's sort of like, and I hear, don't be afraid to ground this energy into this reality. And I hear also too, some of the experiences that you've had, don't think that you're crazy. I hear that they want to tell you that, don't think that you're crazy. The experiences that you had, yes, they are. Yes, they did mean something, and yes, they did mean something for you, and yes, they did happen. And I hear you don't have to tell them to other people if you don't want to. Um, you don't have to tell them to other people if you don't want to. There may be a time where you want to, but yeah. And let's see what other cards we get here. We've got melancholy, and I hear you may feel melancholy sometimes at the state of the world. I see you kind of like watching the state of the world and wondering, why does it have to be this way? And I hear you can change the state of the world with your energy without becoming too bogged down in it. I hear that you don't have to. You can have compassion. You can have compassion um, for people without being bogged down into their problems. Because I see you're almost energetically connected to other realms, but also energetically connected to the world. So it's like, I hear journey, and I feel like you're constantly going on a journey, and you're almost thinking, will it ever end? Will it ever end in some sort of stability? That's what I hear. It's sort of like, will I ever kind of have some sort of stability? And I hear from that is like, I hear, go into your heart and you will find true stability there. So that's what I see with the King of Cups. I see you going into your heart and finding, I hear that's, I say you can hear, I'm not saying that you can't find stability out in the world, because you can. And I hear, whatever you want to create in this world, don't judge your desires. If you want stability, you can create that. But I hear, also know that you can find a truer sense of stability in your heart. And let's see, we've got foe. Interesting. And it's interesting because I got the enemy card when I was shuffling, and I was just like, no, 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 no. Sometimes you doubt yourself, and you're like, but then I got the foe card. So, yeah, maybe I should talk about what that means, because I got the enemy card and then foe. So, I hear in some cases, um, interesting, and it may resonate for some, but it's almost like you feel like you have like an enemy within in some cases, or a foe within. And then I hear for some that you have um, an enemy in your reality, and you can't figure out why they're there. and I hear it's sort of like I see this image. It's very weird. I had to see this imagery of this, and it may not resonate for all of you. It's just, but it came. The enemy came out, and I just doubted myself, and I was like, no, 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 no. And then the foe came out, so I thought, okay, maybe I'll learn to trust what I get. But so I get that some of you have like an enemy that you can't figure out. Like, and I heard this is like 25, something like that, 35% of you. So it's just a message I thought I should say, but you can't figure out why. It's like almost like this evil twin. Maybe even I hear for some in your family, this enemy. But I hear for others, it's sort of like it's like you almost feel like you have that within, and you don't have. So I'm getting different messages. Like you feel like you have an enemy and a foe within, but I hear to make peace with this enemy, realize it's not really an enemy if it's within. And I'm hearing, so yeah, like don't realize it's not really an enemy, and and but then I'm hearing in your family, I hear for some cases, it could be in other situations, but I'm hearing predominantly family. There's almost like this foe, or it's somebody who's like almost like your evil, not evil twin, but it's like, okay, that's not the right words. They're always there, and I hear in some cases they are this is getting interesting image and messages, like they are a threat in some cases, but I hear they will not be able to touch you. And this is not everybody, but I should talk about it because it popped out twice, and I disregarded it, and then popped out again. So I should talk about it. But you have an enemy, but I hear that you will be protected from this enemy, and I hear, yeah, they just, it's like they're not an evil twin, but kind of this Velcro. I hear they're always there, and it's just a really weird vibe that I'm getting from this. But I hear you didn't do anything to deserve this. It's just, it's like they may because of your energy, your spiritual energy, they may kind of just want to harass you because of that. I hear, so it's like I get this image of sometimes this person may want to pester and harass you, and you'll know the people who have this strange sort of Velcro-ish energy. You'll know what I'm talking about. But I hear you are protected from this person, and yes, they really dislike you, but it's not your fault. I hear, yeah, very strange. I wasn't expecting to get a message like that, but I hear that for the new moon, maybe asked to have a dream and sort of understand what's going on with this enemy, and why they're in your life, and sort of I hear that you need to have an understanding, whether it's an inner part of you that is broken, like an inner broken self, or otherwise. Ask to know, to go in the dream world, ask to know, and you will know what this is all about. So yeah, that's an interesting. But overall, I hear with the new moon, just a sense of like putting together all these aspects of yourself and knowing what you want to ground into this reality, and how to do that, and how to move forward. And I see you almost going up a new level in regards to almost dimensions, right? That's what I hear too. Like you're almost going up, and you're going up in a new level. But I hear you've already been doing that. But it's like you will further go up to another level in dimensions. And I hear one more card, and then we'll end this new moon reading. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I hear illness is not a punishment, but a stimulant to life. So I hear that for some, you will figure out, and I hear it's going to start now, but if some of you have an illness, and I hear it could be an illness of various sorts, from emotional to physical to, like, I heard arthritis for some. Interesting. I don't know why I got, or stiffness. I hear something stiffness in your joints, which makes it hard for you to move forward, or it could be some other form of suppression of movement. And I hear that the beginning of seeds will be brought in, and some it will shift quickly, but some it will shift. There will be, I hear there will be hope at the end of the tunnel with this particular illness. Whether it shifts quickly or whether it shifts slowly, it will eventually shift. through the new energies. Like there will be something that will come along that will either within you or outside. I hear either some sort of outside technology or in you, something will help you to shift this illness. So that's kind of another random message, but I hope that's of value to you. All right. I hope you have a good day. I hope you enjoyed this reading and that you have a great new moon. Bye bye.